Hello everybody, this is a different video, not really, it's like a football now, but it's just literally me going on a rant about the recent 4-4 draw against Schalke. I am literally just lost in words. I don't know how to put this, it doesn't make sense to me how you can throw away a 4-0 lead, and you're comfortable. And then the second half, you decide, you know what? What's football? How do you play it? What are we doing? And you just stop. You just stop playing, and you give them a draw. It doesn't make sense. I want to get into the fact that Bosz, yes, he tried a new approach, and it did work. We were playing very well. The lineup he had, I really liked, because Schmelzer used to play in that kind of left center back position with Tuchel at times. He kind of worked. He actually played really well that position, and then he tried him there, and he wasn't that good. I think he hasn't played in that position for a while, so I can see why he's kind of rusty there. But was something that I was kind of not really thinking about, because you think he would play Bartra, Toprak, and Socrates. Toprak, terrible game. Socrates actually looked back to his recent form back with Tuchel. He looked very solid. Same with Guerrero. He was a monster up there. He was creating so much attack for us and so much danger for them. Like he was just killing it up there. Pulisic was doing well. Yarmolenko was combining well with Aubameyang, who Aubameyang was actually playing very, very, very well. He was making so much happen in there, the final third and everything, and making good passes with the midfield and everything. So it was very nice to see that happen in the first half. But once again, just the first half. And I don't want to be called that first half team, because it's just, we shouldn't be a first half team. With Tuchel, you of course, seen us play a full 90 minutes, and you get the result. Bosz, of course, when we first started, we played the full 90 minutes, we get the result and everything. Wasn't the last game that didn't look too well, and we got the result, was Augsburg, and since then we haven't won. We've just been collapsing in that second half near the 60th minute. And that's what happened against Schalke. He scored at the 60th minute, literally the perfect time when we just decided to collapse. And then they went on and scored 4 minutes later. And then at the 86th minute, that's when they scored again. And then our defense just don't know how to defend set pieces, because something is Bosz that's, I don't know if he's not teaching them, or he's just saying, hey guys, just defend for your life in there. Or, I don't know, because the man marking was so bad that it's like, how do they get that bad? These mistakes are happening constantly, and it's ridiculous. The man marking is awful. The ball watching is constantly happening. It's still happening. There's no adjustments. There's no fixing. He's not doing anything about it. And he's like, oh, we're going to look over it. We'll analyze. If you're analyzing it, then you should see that everyone is ball watching. I don't understand what Bosz is doing, what he does in training. Giving them like all these days off, which they shouldn't get. I can understand they should get a couple days off, but that many, it's so stupid. And I'm not going to blame Aubameyang for the loss at all. It's not his fault. I know he got a red card. It brought us down to 10 men, but it wasn't his fault. It was not, the game did not revolve saying, oh, you know what, Aubameyang got a red, so it made it way tougher. No, it didn't. We're just idiots. We didn't know how to even, it kind of brought us down, because we can't defend as it is, and having 10 men only on the field, that just kind of made it harder. But it wasn't Aubameyang's fault that we lost. It was because our defense doesn't know what they're doing, and once they score a goal, we just decide, oh crap, well, I guess this is when they start coming back, and we just let it happen. It just doesn't, oh my god, it just frustrates the crap out of me. And I was at work today, or yesterday I should say. I didn't know what to do. I just stood there and in disbelief, like, how did this happen? How did we let this happen? How did we let a 4-0 lead at halftime come to 4-4? And I was sitting there too. I was like, okay, well, they scored, it's 4-1. And then I saw right before I was going back to from using the bathroom, I saw that it was 4-2. And I was like, okay, why is this happening? And I was like, I swear to God, if they come back, I'm going to have to smack someone's face super hard, okay? I was getting to a point. I went to the cooler in our department, and I was like, oh, I'm going to check the score. I'm getting very anxious. And I look, and it's 4-3 at 86th minute. And I'm like, I swear, if we concede one more goal, I'm going to freak out. I don't know how I'm going to react. I'm just going to be completely mad. This is like Liverpool all over again, but worse. Good 5 minutes later, go back in the cooler, and just to check, and it was 4-4. And I just tossed my phone and stood there for like 30 seconds. And I was just like, how? How do you let that happen? How do you do this? It's just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And Bosz definitely had a hand in this. 100%. First half, great approach, formation, everything. I gave it to him for that. He did really well with that. You know, we actually like tactically outclassed Schalke in the first half completely. And then the second half came, and as soon as we conceded, Bosz decided to switch to his 4-3-3 formation, his favorite formation, the formation that's been killing us now. And he decided to go back to it. And then he brought in Zagadou, and he took off Guerrero, which I'm not sure if Guerrero was like tired or anything, which he might have been, and I'm pretty sure he is because everybody is tired now. It's the 60th minute. But he was playing so well. It's like, why would you take him off? And then he took off Yarmolenko. It's like, why would you take Yarmolenko off? He's like one of our biggest creators that game. Not biggest creator, but he was a good threat. And he was helping our attack. He took him off, and then it's just everything went downhill. Zagadou was bad because he played at left back again. He wasn't in his natural position. And then Barcher came on. I don't know actually where he played. I'm pretty sure he was a right back or something. I don't know. And Pulisic, I don't know. The whole thing was just a mess. How he went from controlling the game to we could see one goal. I'm going to switch this formation up real quick. And then completely just goes downhill. And then his same excuse is we can't have that happen. This shouldn't happen. We should not blow a 4-0 lead. We should not draw 4-4 after being up 4-0. I mean, he doesn't know, and he said himself he doesn't know how to analyze the game. I mean, really? Really? I'm really hoping that Bosz gets sacked. I really hope. Everybody I follow, we've all agreed that Bosz has to go. We've all talked about it. I've seen them tweet it. I've seen everybody tweet it saying Bosz has to go. I don't know how Şahin is still behind him. Şahin was saying how he still backs the coach. Schmelzer keeps saying it's the player's fault. It's like, no, you gotta stop. It's Bosz. And yes, it's the player's fault as well. It's the players, but it's Bosz as well. And Bosz, we are winless in 6 games, and that is unacceptable for a club like us. I've said it on Twitter. We are a big club, but we're not elite, but we're not the best. We're just a big club. And big clubs do not deserve to be in the position we are in. If this was Man United, which they're a big club, I wouldn't say they're elite anymore, by all means. No offense to Man United fans out there. I'm just saying, you guys haven't looked the best after Ferguson left. If they were doing this bad, I would say they'd sack the coach. Bayern weren't even doing as bad as us, and they sacked Carlo Ancelotti. So it's saying right there, why are we not sacking him? He should be gone. After Stuttgart, I would have just said, no, you're on. How do you lose to Stuttgart? How? That's pathetic. And if you guys saw that there's the video, or if you guys watched the match at all, Şahin got into it with Farman and Caligari, and then like everybody got into it. It was this big fight. Farman and them were like shouting at our fans or something like that, and I would have responded the same way Şahin would have. I mean, it's not the right thing to do, but it's your gut feeling, because it's like, hey, you can't do that to our fans kind of thing. So I respect Şahin for doing that, for going and confronting them, but I mean, it wasn't the best decision, but it's something I would have done too. So it was this big, huge clash after the game, and it's like, and then there's boos everywhere from our fans, and the stadium was half empty by the time the game was over. It's just it's collapsing. We're just collapsing at the moment, and it's so sad to see, because this happened back in 2014, 2015 with Klopp, and the players and the fans had to get together and rally up and everything and say, we got to do something about this, because everybody loves Klopp. Because Klopp and I was thinking to myself today, when Klopp was manager, I never once thought, you know what, Klopp's got to go. He's got to get sacked. No, I believed in him because he's been with the club for 7 years. He was the man that drove us to the Champions League final, won us 2 Bundesliga titles. I mean, he was the guy. So I knew he was going to bring us back up, and he did. He got us to 7th place and a Pokal final. We didn't win it, but we did get Europa League. So we got into a competition at least. So it was a good farewell, not the best farewell, but it was a good one for him. But Bosz, I don't have any trust in. At the very beginning of the season, as soon as we started losing our friendlies, and I mean, yeah, we just had a great start in the Bundesliga, but I knew it was too good to be true, and I knew something was going to happen. I felt like as soon as we conceded our first goal, after not conceding those first 5 games, we're going to go downhill. Our defense is going to collapse, and I was right. I thought about it. I didn't say it. I didn't want to say it. I just knew in my head that this was going to happen, and I was right. So it's just pretty sad to see. But yeah, guys, that's it for me today. Like I said, it's not a football now video. I've been doing too many Dortmund videos. It's just me ranting about the game, pretty much my reaction to it. I've just in complete shock. I mean, I think everybody is. Terrible. I hope Bosz gets sacked. I just hope we can come back from the misery he's brought us. I mean, if we won today, we would have been right back in the title race, because Bayern lost to Gladbach. But shout out to Gladbach for doing that, because you guys are always the team that somehow get to them and beat them. So shout out to you guys. You guys are balling. I love it. Borussia, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we have a little derby, you know, but Borussia is Borussia, you know what I'm saying? So we're cool. Yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Peace.